I first heard the story from a loved one, so I searched for it online and want to share it with everyone. At the end of the 19th century, just as colonial Africa was opening up as a market, all the manufacturers of shoes in Victorian England sent their representatives to Africa to see if there might be an opportunity there for their wares. All duly came back in time and with the same answer: nobody in Africa wears shoes, so there is no market for our product there. For them, since Africans don't wear shoes and is not a demand, so you are not meeting or solving any need for Africans. Remember, the first way we discuss creativity can be used to make money is looking for a need. So this school of thought did not see any need for shoe in Africa. And there was no demand from Africans for shoe. If we apply the first rule of using creativity in this scenario, it's right for Africans to go without shoes. It came back saying, nobody in Africa wears shoes, so there is a huge market for our products in Africa. There is another school of thought which is very interesting. Africans do not wear shoes, do not demand for shoe, and someone was looking at an opportunity to bring in shoes to Africa. Even shoe was not a demand. This school of thought applied creativity in a different dimension, which is called creating a need, want, taste, and fashion. It believes you can make Africans wear shoes if they see the importance and the impact it could make to their health, appearance, and how beautiful it could match their clothes. He has succeeded in creating a need for Africans to make a demand for shoes. We all can borrow a leaf from this wonderful story. We can create a new demand for people. We can change their taste, fashion, and create a passion with a new design, products, services, or ideas. We are all victims of creative people pushing to love their products unconsciously. To us, we make their products a new demand in our lives because we enjoy the impact of that product or service. When the phone first came into market for public use, SMS text service was a major benefit in using the phone. Later, social media like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, etc. designed a new form of texting on real time. Their platforms offer sending and receiving message at the same time. The interface is user-friendly, faster, and share a lot of features like display pictures, personal messages, status, sharing of files, etc. Most important comparative advantage is that even more cheaper than SMS. But I'm thinking, before the introduction of social media, did anyone make a demand for social network with all their attractive feature or platforms? Maybe the history will provide the answer. Even if there was a demand, they gave more than the demand. Today, the social media has created a need in young people. Imagine the long hours we spend chatting. Can it equate the benefit we get from it? As simple as this, most young people are addicted to social media, which is a big demand for them. One thing inventors try to do is to make you get addicted to their product. If you have to be creative, you must make people get addicted to your product. This addiction is positive as long as you make money, while those addicted make more demand. If your invention must be addictive, then it must be attractive. Let's say make it look more beautiful, like your shoe. It keeps them close to loved ones, friends, and even making new friends like your social media. It takes so much of your attention when you create variety like your phone, which could serve communication purposes, entertain you through music, videos, and games, educate you through your dictionaries and educative app, inform you to your news channels and app. Be ready to give man something it feels happy and comfortable with, something cheaper than what he pays for. Take a look at this pen. It's like every normal pen used for writing. I've come across several pens with inscription written on them, advertising an hotel, business, or a brand. But look at this pen carefully. It comes with a different form of inscription. When you roll out this steel, a write-up in script in it pops out. What is the business concept about this? See this. Happy birthday. You can use this for happy birthday, happy married life, Mr. and Mrs. Cathy. It could also be used for weddings or any type of ceremony. People celebrate birthdays and weddings often. You can get a contract to do the inscription for them during their occasion, which I'm sure won't cost you more in supplying the pen, thereby making your own profit out of it. If you do a good job, others will contact you to do such design for their birthdays, wedding, or any ceremony. Mind you, I'm not saying you should copy exactly what you see. It's only a prototype to guide you in designing something far better than this. The important thing about this inscription is to allow more write-up compared to the normal ones like this. Corporate brands would like to use you to advertise their products, giving them a whole lot of space. Another way to use creativity in making money is reducing the health and environmental hazard of existing products. Compare these products. The heater is the first form of electric boiler I've seen in my life, but it is as dangerous as anything. When I was young, I've heard stories of a mother who put on a heater. The little child went in there and got electrocuted. I've heard of another story of a mother who put on the heater. She forgot it was on, went to drop her kids in school, only for her to return. The house was on fire, and she was just a tenant. You can imagine the damage she has caused herself and the landlord. The water ring or heater has a lot of health hazard and is very dangerous. If a parent has to use the ring boiler, they make sure their children do not get close to it. But today, you hardly find the ring boiler in homes, because the electric kettle is safer and better than the ring boiler. Whoever invented the first electric kettle applied creativity in reducing the health risk and hazard the ring boiler caused. In creative way to modify this, an insulator that current cannot pass through is used on the outside. Once you put your water in, then power it from the bottom. When the water gets to a certain temperature, it automatically goes off without your attention. Unlike the heater that keeps boiling until you switch it off yourself. The electric kettle comes with an handler where you can hold. So the electric kettle allows you to attend to other chores, while the ring boiler needs your attention at all times. The electric kettle saves time and attention, easy for kids to use and less supervision. They won't have any contact with the ring boiler covered by the insulator. To be creative, you must look at inventions that have a lot of health risk and hazard, and some that destroy or cause climate change. You can come up with an invention that saves a lot of time for people and reduce health and environmental hazard. Believe me, we have a lot of inventions today with serious health environmental hazards. It's time to search for them around you and do your research on how to reduce or minimize such hazards.